Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about fasting, not just as a way to lose weight, but as a powerful tool for achieving mental and physical mastery. Forget mortgage-backed securities. This time, the systemic risk stems from the grotesque interconnectedness of digital assets and the erosion of faith in central bank credibility. As interest rates rise and debt burdens balloon, we're witnessing a silent collapse, fueled by climate-induced supply chain disruptions and the potential for global currency chaos. A perfect storm of vulnerabilities no one seems prepared for. Prepare for a financial earthquake unlike anything seen before. We often look back at 2008 as the peak of financial turmoil, but many experts believe it was just a warning shot. The underlying problems that caused the 2008 crisis, excessive debt, risky lending practices, and a lack of regulation, haven't gone away. In fact, they've been amplified in many ways. One of the biggest concerns now is the rapid growth of digital assets, like cryptocurrencies. While some see them as the future of finance, they also introduce a whole new level of risk. The volatility of these assets, the lack of regulation, and their increasing integration with the traditional financial system create significant systemic risk. If a major digital asset collapses, it could trigger a chain reaction throughout the entire financial system. Another critical factor is the rising level of debt globally. Government debt, corporate debt, and household debt are all at record highs. When interest rates start to rise, as they have been recently, it becomes much harder for borrowers to repay their debts. This can lead to widespread defaults, bankruptcies, and a sharp economic slowdown. The current situation is particularly concerning because many people are relying on low interest rates to stay afloat. The sudden shift to higher interest rates is a shock to the system, and it's exposing vulnerabilities that were hidden under the surface for years. Climate change is also playing a significant role. Extreme weather events, like droughts, floods, and wildfires, are disrupting supply chains and causing economic damage. These disruptions can lead to shortages of goods and services, higher prices, and a decline in economic activity. The cost of rebuilding after these disasters is also placing a strain on government budgets. We're seeing this already with food crisis and energy crisis impacting the world. The interconnectedness of the global economy means that a problem in one region can quickly spread to others. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve in the United States, the Bank of England, and the European Central Bank, are trying to manage inflation by raising interest rates. But this is a delicate balancing act. Raising interest rates too quickly could trigger a recession. And if central banks are not careful, their actions could exacerbate the financial instability. The credibility of these institutions is also being questioned. Many people are losing faith in their ability to control inflation and prevent financial crises. This erosion of trust can further destabilize the financial system. The yield curve, which shows the difference between short-term and long-term interest rates, is currently inverted. This is a historically reliable indicator of a coming recession. An inverted yield curve means that short-term interest rates are higher than long-term interest rates. This usually happens when investors expect the economy to slow down in the future. The fact that the yield curve is so deeply inverted this time suggests that a recession is likely. The banking crisis of early 2023 was a symptom of this underlying fragility. The interconnectedness of the global financial system means that a crisis in one country can quickly spread to others. The contagion effect can be very powerful, leading to a global financial meltdown. The current geopolitical tensions are also adding to the uncertainty. The war in Ukraine, trade wars, and other conflicts are disrupting trade, increasing energy prices, and creating economic instability. The world's financial system is incredibly fragile, and there are many things that could trigger a major crisis. We need to be prepared for the possibility of a financial earthquake unlike anything we've seen before. One problem not fully explored is the impact of increasing social inequality. A widening gap between the rich and the poor can lead to social unrest and economic instability, further complicating the already complex financial landscape. Another issue is the potential for a currency crisis in several emerging economies, which could have ripple effects across the globe. It's a complex and frightening picture, but it's a picture we need to understand. The risks are real, and the potential consequences are severe. We must be vigilant and prepared for the worst. If you found this analysis insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of the global economy and financial markets. One often overlooked aspect of fasting is its potential to enhance immune system function. While it might seem counterintuitive to deprive your body of nutrients when you're trying to stay healthy, fasting can actually stimulate immune cell activity and promote cellular renewal, creating a more robust defense system. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on Stoicism and personal development. Let's continue to explore the path to a more virtuous and fulfilling life. Furthermore, the role of emotional well-being and mental resilience as foundational elements for sustained momentum is often underestimated. They learn to trust their own judgment and to rely on their own inner wisdom. You'll feel empowered and unshaken, knowing that you have the strength to navigate life's challenges. However, it's worth noting that sometimes unresolved issues from the past can resurface during this process. Many individuals find that they haven't fully processed the deep-seated feelings of betrayal or the long-term impact of emotional manipulation. This can manifest as lingering anxiety or difficulty forming healthy relationships in the future.